I'm not drafting these two players this year, and here's why. Starting with De'Von Achane in Miami, right now he's going at RB7 and 15th overall in ADP. I really don't agree with this much at all. Yes, he is a very good athlete and a very good player. They lose Mike McDaniel, which is actually a huge loss for De'Von Achane. They like to feed him targets in that Mike McDaniel system. Instead, they bring in Bobby Slowick, who was once before the Texans offensive coordinator, who just likes running up the middle on 2nd and 7, first and 15. They just run it right up the middle into a big block of guys, and he's just not a very good offensive coordinator to begin with if you go back and look at his time with the Houston Texans. Also, this Miami Dolphins team is not going to be a very exciting team or a team that I want my, star running back to be attached to for fantasy football this upcoming fall. They're not going to win that many games. I think their line is at 4.5 overall wins. They're not going to score many points. They're not going to be in the red zone, every single possession of the game. So I just don't want to look up at the TV and be like, why isn't De'Von Achane getting the ball? Why don't they have the ball? I really am just going to be frustrated more than anything, and I just think that you're going to regret probably taking De'Von Achane this year. Another point to add is that now that they have Malik Willis, he's more of a scrambling quarterback, so in situations where Tua, would check down to De'Von Achane, Willis is probably just going to take off and run and not even look at Achane in the flat anymore. So I also think that they're not going to drop these plays like they did for Achane last year now that Mike McDaniel's gone. So a lot to look out for this upcoming fall. The second player I'm really not drafting this year is going to be Quinshad Judkins of the Cleveland Browns. He right now is going at RB24 and overall ADP is 55-ish. He's coming off of a huge leg injury where he got carted off last season and missed the back half of the year. Just that leg injury alone is scary to have someone on your fantasy football team with that gruesome of an injury. On top of that, Cleveland, again, is not going to be very good. I don't want, Judkins to be on my team if he's attached to this offense. Their implied points per game is only at 17.9 points per game projected, and I don't really want any part of that, low scoring or very mid offense. He's not a receiving back. He's going to be playing behind a pretty bad O-line now that Joel Bitonio even retired too, makes it even worse. And the game scenarios are not going to be in his favor for when he is just running it because they're trying to kill clock. They're going to be a bad team. They're going to have to throw in the second half. I just don't see a world where Quinshad Judkins, is top 10 of running back this season at all.